Rich Town.
Yeah, the
VA.
let's do it.
Chill. Challenge accepted. We the best, bitch. Ready, set, shit. New order, fuck the world, we all we got. Smell strong like a spinach fight. Y'all potpourri a lot. Sweet like the aisle in the
From
bath in
beginning
the
to
body
the end,
spot.
more than friends we can. Blood out, blood in. Jackson Ward to West End. Since young man playgrounds to the pen, we been tight like twins in the womb. Yeah, daddy out wildin', he out on the block. Me and my niggas was deciding what to do or not. If a nigga get locked or a nigga get shot, I'm down, whatever the plot.
We all we got. We all we got. Man, we all we got.
Wanted to start the show off today by speaking on just how amazing it is to actually exist. I was just thinking, what is this all about? Thinking and watching, maybe I'll figure it out. I was just thinking, what is this all about? Thinking and watching, not with my eyes but my heart. Yeah. Not with my eyes but my heart. This life is amazing, man. Who are we? What we doing here? What is here? Cause I don't know. On the rock in space, hella rocks where I can't go. Large ball of fire, maintain my existence. Life can end in an instant. Seemingly it's senseless, but we breathe from the trees. Fish breathe in the seas. Birds sail on the breeze. Colors change on leaves. Acting like that's nothing. How is it even something? How am I even wondering? How am I even wondering? I was just thinking, what is this all about? Thinking and watching, maybe I'll figure it out. I was just thinking, I just be thinking, man. What is this all about? Not how we feel, but like what is truly going on, the truth, not ideas. What exactly is a melody? How can I hear them all day? Lay it down on a funky beat. Whole world can't feel a thing. Beautiful is an idea. Behold up, make it true. Ugliness is about fear, and fear is natural. Gon' dance till you feel it. How you getting that motion? How you feeling that notion? Getting that emotion. What is really going on here? All I know is I was born here. This shit is amazing. That's why I'm stargazing. Jumbo and Dougal.
My dude. What it do, bro? Let me turn this phone off. People be disrespecting the pod. I've been feeling like Joe Buttons. I don't even know what day it is, what time it is. Don't be keep texting me. I told this woman, you fucking playing. What's going on, my nigga? Come on, man. We rolling? Are we rolling?
Do I?
Are we rolling?
Yes, sir.
Hey,
Man, I just had this batteries for the... Oh, no, I don't got enough. I'm tripping.
Y'all know, man. We just, this bootleg. What up, man? Come conversation, whatever it is. Just like to try to be a man of my word before we get started, bro. I talked about the shit that I was taking to help your penis power. All right, fellas. Damn, I ain't got my glasses. I got my sunglasses, but not my glasses. I think I'm cute. Man, what does shit say? Chlorooxygen. Is that what I say?
Mm-hmm.
Chlorooxygen, people. Booyaka. Fellas, fuck that. Women, if you value your husband, or your man, your boyfriend, the dick you jumping on, like, hook him up. Like, there's some good shit to give him, like. But then y'all don't, never mind. Fellas, this what the shit is, okay? Go get your shit checked out, in case you want to use that car a little longer. Chill. What's up with you, bro? You weren't working on no music when I walked in, so you alright?
Yeah, ain't no music to work on at the moment.
When is Cali coming, man? I don't usually be acting like this, but I'm on the motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like,
Libertarians drop July 29th, 2022.
how did I even know to act that? July 7, 27, 2922. Some good shit coming. I promise y'all, like. And I'm not just saying that because I'm on it. I didn't even know I was on it. Like, this shit been so long ago. Like, y'all niggas, boy, y'all are amazing to me. Okay, so, bro. I might have to backtrack.
Okay.
About my living in the moment thing, right?
Okay.
So it's been on me for years what you are talking about when you say, when I do what I do, when I do it, right? So I've been trying to figure out how to explain it to you. It's taken years for me to get to where I got to yesterday.
Okay.
I have been wrong in how I'm explaining it to you. Because I don't live in the moment.
Okay.
Back up. I do live in the moment. But before I do live in the moment, everything around me is being taken in. I am big picturing everything. When we walk in somewhere, when we go somewhere, bro, when we used to go to Applebee's, I'm talking about, nigga, I'm starting on the outside. I'm working my way around the tables, seeing who's where, single dudes on dudes with girls. I see the exit doors. You know, we never sit with our back to the goddamn front door. Like, bro, I am on everything possible before I live in the moment. So, do I live in the moment? No, I don't. I live in the place that I have deemed safe, I guess is a word. Cool.
Cool. Well, I'm about to say cool to me would be better than safe. You're not hiding there.
No. Yeah. It's not safe. Cool. And the only reason I'm able to do what I do in that moment that you're talking about for years is because
everything is cool.
Everything is cool. That I can, look, once again, that I can see, I don't know for real. You know what I mean?
That you checking for.
Right. Everything, like what I'm checking for, how I'm checking for. It could be niggas that hate us. Nigga, I have seen so many look at you sideways, like look at, you know what I mean? Like, bro, like just all kind of crazy shit. But it's just, boop. All right. I know 2 o'clock, you know what I mean? Like, 2 o'clock is a possible problem. fucking 7:45. She can't stop looking at this nigga like, you know, bro, I done done it all. And then, like I said, I go in. So, yeah, bro, like, I've been trying to figure this shit out for years to try to explain it to you, like, but I never, that part, because that part is so natural now, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Especially after the Marines. You know what I mean? Like, come on, like, it's ridiculous. My sense of awareness around us. You know what I mean? Like, I don't always wild out when we would go, you know what I mean? Like, I'm very, like, if it's just me and you, oh no, it's, you know, like, no. But, yeah, dog, like, I've been trying to think about this shit for years, like, trying to figure out how I do it. And it just hit me the other day, like, Shawty, you don't live in the moment, Seahawk. You do not, you got to stop saying that. Or I have to add to what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Because that's what I am saying that first day. No, you do not. You do not do. Even though we are recently having these discussions, I have known you your entire life.
Mm-hmm.
And I know what it is for a person that don't know. That's not you.
No, you're absolutely right. I'm just not capable or able to slow shit down. You know what I mean? Just slow it down and really be able to express to you.
That's not your concern.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's not your concern, dog. That is
bro,
what I've been saying the whole time. It's like that. I know exactly what I'm saying. He don't care. And that is what I've been trying to get. Like, how don't you care? Son, before we get here today, I am thinking this. Directly and inadvertently. You know, I'm thinking of all of the situations. But I'm saying, the only thing I'm asking is, how don't you care? And why do I care?
mm-hmm.
That's the thought I'm having is, why do I care? How don't he care? I can't answer, just think about why he don't care, but how does he do it? Me as a person that do, I don't even understand the implementation of how I would go about not caring. That's why I always say, if in my frame, if I stop caring, that's going to get real ugly. That's why I would say, like, no, if I don't care,
That's real.
There's nothing.
But, bro, you know me. Like, you know I do care.
Right.
You know that. Like,
No, you. If I can make the distinction between care and concern. You care, you're not concerned. I am concerned.
Man, I like that.
We care.
See how I care.
But he not concerned.
See how I'm not concerned. That is real shit, bro.
Son, after the pod the other day, Remy get with me, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's sitting watching these shows, and he is like, I understand what Cole is saying.
Nephew.
So we go into a conversation like, what do you mean? When he's saying, he's just saying, why you care? And I'm saying to him, and all I'm saying to him is, no, he said, like, let me use the language you just established. All he's asking you is, why are you concerned? And I am just asking him, why is he not concerned? Because we both care.
Uh-huh.
There wouldn't be no conversation between us if one of us didn't care.
Most definitely.
Because that person wouldn't care about the conversation, and the person that care recognizes you don't care.
And it wouldn't.
Why would I care?
Continue, right?
Why would
right,
either
right.
one of us
Either
continue
yes,
from our perspective? Why would
yes.
we continue the conversation?
Yes.
The only reason that this conversation can continue is because we both care.
Yeah.
But one of us is not concerned, and one of us is overly concerned. It's not even a balance of concern. Like, just say a general concern. Because I wouldn't say you overly unconcerned.
No.
I'm overly concerned.
Bro, I am concerned about you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why when we talk, like, I gotta hear, because I'm on a mission. Like, no, it's been, Wounds will tell you, we've been plotting on you for years. Me and Wounds. Straight up.
Mm-hmm.
And I meant that shit. Like, no, this nigga is gonna have fun and shit. Like, like, no, fuck that. I mean that shit. Like, no, I'm gonna hear him. I don't ever try to, in the moment, get it. I just keep going. Cause I believe myself. I'm gonna hear you. It's gonna come back. I'm gonna have a chance to address it. But now that we are doing this, like, I don't even gotta, like, I can free that part of me up, bro.
Cause I can see it again.
Cause I can see on my leisure. Like, yes, I don't gotta come over here. I don't gotta meet you downtown at the spaceship. Or we ain't gotta go. You know what I mean? Like, I'm at my, like, what? Hold on now. What is this nigga saying? Like, I gotta figure this out. Like, this my nigga. Like, there's no way I'm not gonna be able to explain what he's asking me the same question for years.
Right.
There's no way I'm not gonna be able to get you straight on this. Once again, not what I do, the how. I'm never concerned about explaining what I like. I don't know. But how? I'm like, no, he can. Like, if I give him the how, then maybe he can. I know he gonna try it, just cause I'm giving it to him. Like, I'm that arrogant with him. I'm like, no, if I can give him the how, it ain't gonna be today, it ain't gonna be tomorrow. But if I can get this nigga the how, he is gonna try it just cause it's me. So that's been my my push, bro. My motivation to be like, nah, I gotta, cause you keep asking with the same look, the same sincerity, the same little smirk, the same little chuckle, you know what I mean, for years. I'm like, nah. So yesterday, bro, when they hit, I'm like, what? Wait a minute, Gutter. That's not in the moment. You didn't walk in at the door waiting for the get seated.
We can discuss things that took place in the event that we wasn't together experiencing, or just, we could discuss it later. I'm like, right, if you was in there wilding, you wouldn't have seen
I wouldn't have seen none of that. I'm talking about, I didn't walk in. I'm talking, we laugh, we giggle, we high, we do whatever we already are. I'm talking about immediately. Starting at the right, I'm going around the outside. Boom. And then what's in front of me. But I always get the outside first, because that's my clock. My numbers. I know who is at what, you know what I mean? And then when I go on the inside, then it's whatever it is on the inside. But I always, them numbers, cuz like I said, we sitting to the door, facing the door, period. And if we can't, then yeah, like I said, I use them numbers, bro. Like, and once I decide, once again, right, wrong, or otherwise, once I decide, once he be like, oh no, we good. Oh, let's go.
And it begins.
Let's go.
Cause son, what I've been like, you know, I'm constantly what we call self-evaluation. You know, the words is failing to describe it. I hate all the, you know, the rhetoric words that niggas use and shit. The self, you know what I mean? What is it? What am I? So, you know, all the talking and, you know, people discuss things and, you know, history. People talking about actual events that happen and all that shit. And, you know, that's not even my shit. And anyway, you know, like, yeah, I know what you mean, but that just that's cyclical. So you could talk about events throughout history and you'll see it's the same shit. And when that nigga did that, it's the same when that nigga did that. So him doing it and him doing it don't matter. It's happening. That's what I'm concerned with. And
Right.
like this, what is actually happening that at this point and trying to pinpoint it in time and all that shit. That shit is irrelevant to me. So, in thinking about this question that I'm asking of you, which I'm saying I'm asking myself, I'm saying, yeah, I know these parts of me. These is all parts of myself. These are all parts of myself. Why can't I reconcile with it? Why can't I reconcile? Like, I can reconcile with a murderer. That's not this grandiose idea. You know, that's a surface thing. That's a small degree on the 360 to me. Is he selfish and whatever he think about, he want to do it. So with most degrees of the 360, I can grasp imagination, right? Reason, you know, I can grasp imagination. But like actually, you know, think about this conflict. What is it going? You know, the last time was fun. What is fun? I'm having fun. You not fun. His fun. They're fun. You know, like what is the self doing? That's just all the question that just every day of my entire life. What is happening? Like what is this? What is this? So and right, think about you. Just think about that conversation. Like you said, we are conversating, right? We've been conversating, but I'm in a different stage than when we was doing it 20 years ago. So kicking it, starting it up again, you know what I mean, to where we've been doing ours. But like you said, I don't get to see you all the time over the years, and things that change from the basement where it is a everyday conscious effort. So now it's getting more back to that, to where, okay, yeah, we talking now. We, even though niggas ain't here, niggas can watch it and speak on it when they see us later. And so I'm like, okay, it's back then. I'm like, dog, these senses is overwhelming. The senses is overwhelming. The thinking, the history, the legacy, you know, what my mama did, what my grandma did, what Whitey did back in the day, you know, what the activity is overwhelming us. It's mad overwhelming us. Like I'm watching a movie last night, right? So shit, you know how shit perfect, synchronicity, how shit be perfect. You ain't think about it. I see Liam Neeson. Me and Shada on some Liam Neeson, so we just watching some Liam Neeson movies. So, but it's this joke called Unknown. So how it started, the nigga is with his wife. They just got to a city. They get to the hotel. He tell his wife to go in, but he left something at the airport. So he get in the car to go back to the airport to get the shit. He get in a car accident.
Damn.
Wake up. Amnesia. Who are you? Right. Yeah, you know, so he thinking, you know, yeah, I'm Martin. Say his name, you know, yeah, my wife, this, and this, right? So he moved out from this idea, you know, like my wife, and I've been in the hospital for 4 days. My wife probably looking for me. She going crazy, looking for me, everything. So he's like, you know, I got to get out of here. I got to, blah, blah. He telling them he go to where he's supposed to be at, where he remember that he's supposed to be at, and it's another nigga there with his wife. Like, that's him. Like, got his name. She there with him saying, no, this is my husband. Who, sir, I don't know you. And he like, shouted, if you don't stop playing right now, what are you talking about right now? He keep having flashes of like in the shower with her, you know, like smashing, like just, you know, breakfast, you know what I mean? Like everything, like, nah, this is my wife. Like, nigga, if you don't get off my wife, and everybody's like, sir, you got to get the fuck out of here. But from his memory, where he remember, this is my life. So he leave, you know, they make him leave the hotel, whatever, and he go on his mission, like, calling it, like, this who I am. This who I am. But he having trouble So while I'm watching the movie, I'm like, the premise of this is silly to me right now, right? Just where it's at. You know how I'm thinking in the movie. I'm like, the premise of this is silly. Like, any person can defend, you know, like, you're not going to have trouble proving who you are, right? Just on that simple basis, like, if I needed to prove who I was.
Don't stop.
What? Right? I'm saying, like, I could prove that. Like, that's not difficult for me. Like, I could call a plethora of people, you know, like, I could just think of a million ways how I could prove myself without my license and my passport. You know, like, that wouldn't be like, who could I call? I don't know nobody. Like, I got friends out of those since elementary school. I got Nick, like, I just, as watching this, I'm saying this premise is ridiculous. Cause you know niggas, right? But then I'm like, but that's my life, right? That's my life. Everybody might don't really got like my life, like what I got like that, right? About family. But I'm like, still could identify you been alive, like you a professor, like this nigga a doctor and shit, like, nigga, it's 2020, you know, like, Google him. Like, that's simple. Like, I'm not saying even no detailed work, like this idea that they can't Google him is crazy. You know, like they doing a bunch of other shit. They, you know, checking his records and like, tell a nigga was like, I Google. And I'm like, okay. And, you know, and then they ease in the movie. Like, what we doing right now? Why are we even attempting a bunch of shit in this time frame when, what'd you say your name is? What state you from? Like, you could say, we live in that time where a nigga can't be like, I don't even know. Like, I don't know. Like, unless you just say you from the woods and you just ain't never was in society. Like, okay, but you graduated from high school, anything. This whole premise is crazy. Because niggas know who you is. If you has been alive. Like, it's not going to be this difficult as they making it seem.
Can't argue that.
Right? So I'm like, whatever. So it keep going on. So he doing this whole investigation, got people investigating, you know, checking his record. Like, I don't have nothing. So, you know, like an investigator or something. Like, just search my records for me. Like, you know, and get my shit so that I can prove this to them while he doing his little investigation, right? He got his nigga, like, get the record, like, shit that I can prove, my birth certificate and all that shit. So, while this nigga doing this, it eventually come out, to make a long story short, that this nigga not even the person that he think he is. He like a criminal. That this is a character that he done created for this mission.
So hold on, let me ask this start right quick. So how much time has passed when he was unconscious?
I said 4 days.
Just 4 days.
4 days.
Okay, go ahead.
This is your mind. When we say who I am, what I am, when you say, you're talking about your memory. Mm-hmm. Because a second, 4 days, not a trauma, it could be 10 minutes. You wake up, you got amnesia. Right. So it's the time that you was out, it's that your memory has been discharged from your consciousness. This nigga like a good nigga, right? So he, this whole movie, he is trying to help people and, you know, just trying to find his information. But I'm this dude, I'm a doctor, I'm a good nigga. Like, I'm a good nigga. Police, can y'all assist me? Why is niggas not assisting me? Like, son, come to find out this nigga a straight killer. Like, a killer. He a murderer. He is a murderer. Not like he a criminal and he will kill niggas. He's an assassin. Like, I am a killer. I remember. It's a bomb in this building. I've been here dealing with y'all all this time. When he eventually get his memory back, oh, it's a bomb in here. I done put a bomb in here. Room 317. Y'all need to get upstairs. It's a, like, son, I'm watching shit. I done seen this movie before when it first came out. But in a different state of mind, I'm like, son, the only difference between this nigga right now and 4 days ago was his memory. 4 days ago, I remember what my mama and them did to me. I remember what niggas in my hood told me how to act.
Ahead,
I
bro.
remember what my mama and them said was a real nigga, and my daddy said what a man is, and what the pastor at church subliminal shit. I mean, just grandma and the deacons. Everything that a nigga done said, and whatever I did with it, it's just still because they said it or did it or did it. Because if they never said it or did it, I wouldn't have thought about that situation.
Mm-hmm.
So if you really stop and like, no, I am really like memory. What I'm saying is me. What I'm saying, no, that's me. That's the shit I'm on. You saying that's what I remember. That's what I remember making. But in a second, son, this nigga don't know this. He's the same human being. Like niggas that get amnesia, real life niggas say this is a movie. These niggas get amnesia in real life. And what do they say 9 times out of 10? These people have a totally different character. It could be worse. They could have been a nice nigga. And they'd be terrible. Or they was a terrible nigga and they can't. Because it's your nature, who you really is, what you really about, ain't what you display all the time. That's the representative. That is your representative. You can choose to make an ill representative, or you can choose to make a passive, calm representative. But the nicest nigga you might have ever met in your life, it might be a scumbag.
Yeah.
Like they say, Jeffrey Dahmer and them. Every time they find one of these niggas with a bodies, refrigerator full of bodies and shit, nicest dude
He's
in
the
the
greatest
world.
guy ever made.
Went to high school with him. Never to thunk it. Never to thunk it. And niggas, they think the gangster has killed everybody in the hood. Like, that nigga scared to death.
But that's the whole
That
thing.
nigga
That's the
is
thing
a
that's in
soft,
that people know.
cry, go crazy about this girl. Like we said, bitch ass nigga.
Like,
'Cause
yo,
that's
you
why
are
he
not
beat
you.
This bitch.
You are not you. Like,
What you saying, this
You
is
are not
me.
you.
That no lie.
and until you think about it, yo, like I said, that's the our shit. It don't make me. It forces me to think, yo. Like, wait a minute. Why does that happen? Why do I bounce on my toes when I walk, man? What is that about? I never ever nigga said to me, you, that's another joint you fuck with me all the time. I just take it and go. I don't think about what y'all saying. I'm not concerned. I care about what y'all saying because it's y'all. That's why it has been on me 4 years. It has been on me. Like, what are they saying? These are people that I love. These are people that I care about. You know what I mean? Like, they are saying that it's something I'm doing that's bringing them joy. Like, what? I don't understand. I don't know. I don't know what they're. I know what they are saying. But how is it that I do that? Like, I gotta tell them. Like, I gotta explain. But I want to know now. You know what I mean? Like, some of the things that we have brought to my attention about myself. All of us. I pull so much from us, like, bro, like, from each and every nigga that we say is family, you know what I mean? Like, it's bananas, shorty, like, and I use all y'all. Like, everybody has something that they, like a passion, like, I don't. Like, people, I love people. When I'm talking about something like y'all actually do. Like,
Well, most people don't, though.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
You said most
I'm
people
talking
do?
no. I'm not talking about most people. I'm talking about us. I'm talking about us.
Yeah, okay, go ahead. I don't know.
What you mean?
But who was that? Because I don't.
You, music. Bones, art.
You know,
What you mean, though? Huh?
the nigga that won't draw.
Right. See, I don't see
The nigga
what
that-
y'all got going on. Stop it.
I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm just saying you said passions. Oh, but go ahead. I'm saying.
You know, I'm talking about this is then.
But I'm just even still. I'm
I'm
just
talking about like now, of course, you know, now. Yeah, no. Well, yeah. But I'm talking about back then, as we first getting together. You know what I mean? Like the fact that y'all niggas can rhyme.
Mm-hmm.
And I
No,
don't.
I'm with you. No,
You know what I mean? Like,
and let me take that back because odd is not a type of expression.
no, I'm talking about
He
everything.
obsessed with odd. So
Yes.
no, let me take that back.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
go
yeah,
ahead.
yeah,
Right, let
yeah.
me. Whatever. We'll go ahead. I got you.
You know what I mean?
It's just what I was specifically thinking about. But go ahead. Okay.
Justin is a killer. Like, come on, man. Like,
Well, then that essence, that's what I mean. In
Real
that
shit
essence,
to
then
me, bro.
everyone is that.
no,
It's
I'm just
something,
saying,
and
me
you are
coming
passionate.
from, like I said, I'm a church, like, bro, before, like, yo, like, you see me at Henderson, but you don't know the other side. Oh, like, I'm at church 5 to 6 days a week.
But that ain't still your passion.
No, I don't. Like I said, I don't know nothing. And then I'm the fat kid. Like, dude, I'm not this nigga like this kind of, I'm the fat boy.
That still don't dictate your passion on that. Like you still relating that to what that got to do with having the passion. That's what I'm saying. What do any of that
No,
have
I'm
to
just
do with
saying,
having a passion?
I'm saying to meet y'all and see y'all, like, you niggas help develop I do have a passion. Like I said, it's people. It's paying attention. It's listening. It's being able to conversate. It's like, that is my shit. And I never would have ever thought that was shit or something until I hook up with y'all. Until we start putting the pieces together. I'm like, yo, that allows me to be like, yo, each nigga, we sweet. Like, together. Like, cause when we got together, like, we started, like, the group, the band, is shorty. That's my shit. I'm no rapper. I don't rap. But I'm seeing I'm like, yo, you, call y'all niggas, you niggas is sweet. Like, you niggas is rapping. Like, oh, all right. Because once again, I'm not exposed to this shit. I'm not privy to this. This shit is like TV shit to me. Like, coming to TJ, cuz. I hated it. Didn't want to come. But coming to the first day I walked in, I'm like, yo, what's going on up in here? I ain't never been around this type of energy before. Like, before I even knew what energy was. Like, going to Thomas Jefferson started me trying to find out or explain what this feeling was. Like, this energy when I walked in this prison looking ass building. This raggedy ass. Like, what the fuck is TJ? And
shit
go up all these goddamn steps.
Fuck.
Like, what is going on? I'm not talking about grab that ugly ass gray door, gray and black rusted, whatever it was, and open that bitch and walk in like, yo, immediately. And then I only know that niggas is on my bus.
Well,
And not even all of that.
What does this have to do with your passion, though?
What you mean? What does it have to do with it?
How is
I'm
any
telling
of
you
that?
how it developed.
That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to see. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to see what are you saying about your passion, how that is affecting it.
No, I'm telling you how it became a passion. Like, I've always been a people nigga, but like I said, I never knew that was something until we all get together.
No, I'm hearing you.
You know what I mean? At church, I'm the God, I'm the greatest guy. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm always been a what do you call it? A people person. You know what I mean? Like, of course, I had my feelings with the stuttering, and I was the fat kid and all of that shit that we all go through. That's nothing. You know what I'm saying? But, bro, I didn't know, like, being a good person or being, you know what I mean? Like, being loyal and I didn't know, because these are the things that my mom is teaching me, bro. My mom told me early, like,
son,
I can't teach you how to be and do man shit. I can teach you what a woman is going to say and the perspective that she's going to take and the position she's going to take when you do man shit. Right? I can teach you all of that. I can tell you, all women, we ain't shit. Like, my mom laid it out, like, including your mom, because I'm looking like, nah, mom, you're my mom. She's like, shit. Don't get it twisted. Telling me some real shit. But she told me early, like, no, you're going to have to go find that. Like, you're going to have to, I'm sorry your dad not here. Don't ask me why. That ain't none of your business. Like, she never I'm not talking about she would straight niggas for talking about my daddy ill around me. She didn't allow that shit, bro. Like, she always used to say, like, you're gonna be able to form your own opinion. It would not be because of nothing I say.
Right.
But yeah, bro, she made me go find y'all, son. Without my mom saying that, I don't go searching for Doug Herbert, Floyd, Todd.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't go searching for that. French Street. I don't. West End. Like, what? West End? I don't know nothing about West End. I'm a North Side nigga. Like, Jackson Ward, West End. I'm sorry, Jackson Ward, North Side. That's North Avenue. That's what?
So yeah, so there we go. That's the purpose. Your passion is to be a friend.
Right. Said.
Right?
Yeah.
So there it is. That is exactly my passion. I am choosing to express it a certain way. Like, music is not my passion.
I know that. It's how you express your care.
Music is the way that I express my compassion.
Man, I know that.
It began just as a money tool, but turned into my expression of my compassion.
And the reason I've always known that is for that right there, money. Like, bro, you could have been.
So many times.
We could have been. You could have been done that. And at first couple times, I'm looking at you like, what? But I don't have enough. I don't have enough knowledge about the game, right? And I got respect for you. So whatever you're doing, I'm gonna ride with you.
I don't know. Like you said, we can see everything,
But
dually. It was very foolish and what needed to take place at the same time. Like,
Ben
could have got money if it was about money. Yes. So when I say, I fucked up the money, like, I mean that. I fucked up the money. But that don't mean, oh, yeah, I wish if I could have went back, and all that. Like, no, it was what it was. It is what it is. But it won't for the money. It definitely was not for the money, and it ain't for the money now. You know what I mean? But son, like, when I say that, when I say you my guru, dog, like, right, it's saying that, but it's not. That's like, my whole goal is to make everything as simple as it possibly can be. A friend, son. I'm saying that is what a guru is. That's all a guru is a friend. I'm sure any guru worth anything, like if they even, or like, that's all a guru is your friend.
That's real.
There is nothing else. Everything else, that's just people getting lost in what's taking place.
Right.
I don't describe our friendship like, why call your man? Because he helped me do this one time, man. That is not what I'm going to say if a nigga's like, why that's my nigga. I'm not going to start listening shit you done. Even though I could list shit you done. That's not what I'm going to say is, he do shit for me. That's why he my man.
I'm going to be like, what?
The nigga.
What you just asked?
That nigga shy. That sign. That nigga done all type of shit to benefit my life. Like, that just shit saying weird to even, it's like, that's what it is?
Because the nigga hold me accountable, cuz. Like, that's why that's my nigga. Like,
Right.
That nigga, like, hold me accountable. Like, what? Ain't nothing else.
Ain't nothing else. And that's a friend. Like, in another word, we just said it again. Accountability. That's friendship. Your friend. If y'all trying to walk across a little balance beam, if it's best, we'll hold hands to help balance each other in.
Whatever it is.
Right? Accountability, like, yo, hey, whatever plan we come up with, I'm going to go first. I need you to hold it back in, and then I'm going to go, whatever it is. And then when I get there, you going to do, and I'm expect you to do when we say bet. When we say bet,
it's on.
My friend is going to do what we just said.
Yeah.
That's simple. My friend we go hike, football play. If a nigga for the team, when a nigga say hike on 3, everybody on 3 gonna do their part and do what they supposed to do. Like, cause he here for the team. He a friend. That is simple. Team, all these different ways we expressing it. Think about that. All the different ways we just expressing that. Yeah. And niggas then turn that into no. Compete with each other. Niggas just implemented the conflict, son. Implemented it now. Don't go cross the log together and figure out how to get cross the log together. You go cross the log by yourself, and we're going to see who get cross the log best. And you try and go first before him. You might even get to the point where you like, fuck it, knock the log off. Like, when they say change the game, put shit in the game. That's what a nigga mean. When they say putting shit in the game, like niggas just get lost in themselves and just start saying, yeah, nah, fuck all that. Like, I got better ideas. I got better ideas than to agree with what me and my nigga agreed on.
But like, if you do that, let's say it's a personal goal you got for yourself, right? All right. But to get across that log, bro, and immediately turn around and be like, fuck you, nigga. You can't do that to immediately. That's the part.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't mind the talents. I don't mind, when we ball, when we doing certain things, like, okay, the talent is what it is, but so if I was to catch one on you, boom, bang, like, I'm not gonna Kobe you. Like, I'm not gonna, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna
lift my nuts up on
your
face.
I'm not gonna be, you know how niggas be disrespectful? Yeah, just fuck you, nigga, you weak, nigga, you weak. Like, you suck, like.
That's what I mean.
Call, like, just 10 minutes ago, everything was, shit was all good. Like, wait a minute, like, what happened in you? Like, cause we balling, like, we be out here every Sunday, like, but what's going on with you, bro? Like, what?
As Chris like to say, it's a switch, son. It's some niggas that their switch go. And that's just the analogy. When a nigga talking about the devil, right? Because it's just the self. It's just saying that if that switch click, you can forget about half of everything you know. Because that's a simple way of saying that if that switch click, the light go out.
Okay.
The light go out. Once a nigga switch and a nigga cut the lights out,
what the fuck do you replace it with? Because we all go out, we all got switches, we all.
What
right?
you mean? Niggas cut the light back on.
No. I'm saying once the switch is flipped, okay, usually the next choice, once a nigga flip that switch, the next choice is not good.
No, that's what I'm saying, yes.
So what I'm asking is, like, when you flip it, like, because once our switch is flipped, it's a slow down. It's a, like, it's a, like, what's the movie when the nigga hit the toe?
Yeah.
But no, he look at it first and see it through, blah, blah, blah. What's that though? Not transport, like, whatever.
You can't slow down time. I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. That nigga, before he hit his joint and then fuck niggas up. Like, black dude, it was, Denzel. Equalizer. You know what I mean? Like,
that slow down, but that his time, like, yeah, let me see how long this gonna take.
Even in our most.
But that's not the flip switching.
Okay, explain your flip switch. Because my flip switch is, violence.
I'm saying violence don't mean that your switch has been flipped.
Oh, elaborate.
I ain't been saying, like, what I'm just saying, I can make it personal. Like, I can beat the shit out of somebody. I'm not upset. I can physically have to fight somebody and not be upset.
No.
I could kill someone. You know what I mean? I've never murdered no one. Thank God. That's not trying to. Right? I'm talking about flip switch is a psychological place where niggas literally, like, I don't remember what happened. Like Ed would snap. When Ed will snap here and the shit will be on, he'd be like, what you talking about? Like, I don't even remember what I did just now. Niggas scared, niggas, they just said it. You know, niggas done, they can't even describe the place to where, and that's the extreme level of it. I'm saying it's regular niggas that they are flip switch to where there is no other options immediately. Like, you stepped on my shoes, I want to kill you. You stepped on my shoes, I want to have an altercation with you. It's not even, I don't understand the reasons. They don't even understand the reason to that. Like, just because you go to war with a nigga, you can still understand the need for peace. In most wars, half of the people in the war want there to be peace, but the other half is determined there must be war.
And that's
like, you can't do nothing if a nigga run up on you in the street and just run up on you.
right.
You're not gonna sit there and let this person beat you down because you don't know why he attacking you. You're gonna defend yourself. That don't mean you upset. That don't mean you
correct
about to go into a rage and kill the surrounding people now that you know, like, it's niggas now that is literally switch flipping, walking into the school. Yeah, it's little kids. I knew it was little kids when I came to elementary school. Like, my mind don't even acknowledge, like, why this don't make sense. Why this don't, like, our flip ain't never switching. Our flip don't switch. We ain't never just, nah, I'm gonna rape the bitch. Like, not even, like, and I'm saying, and this gonna say a super wild, like, I understand accidental rapes. And that's something our niggas don't understand out here, and niggas need to speak on when they talk about raping out here. There is mad accidental rape. Because we conscious being. It's mad girls that'll let a nigga get to the dick tip is in the pussy, and then she say no. And niggas be like, no.
Yeah.
I call them accidental rape. Like, both parties is at fault. So we can't even call this a rape. Because that's what you talk about right there. No means no. You ain't no man with a penis and know the mind state you in when your dick get hard. Especially when you are engaged in the act. Not just you walking around with your dick hard. Like,
see, men, I don't even think
we don't discuss it. That's what I mean.
Because what is really going on?
You're not allowed to discuss it.
When your dick is hard, like, what is going on with that blood?
Come on, dog. We know what is happening
to one particular part of your
body
at a certain time, like, with intent. Like, it's not naturally flowing like it does. Like,
come on,
it
dog.
is being
drawn,
directed.
Human beings get mosquito bites and can't stop itching. Cannot deal with it. Cannot is annoyed to the extreme by mosquito bites, which is blood swelling.
And they want to know why niggas make certain decisions. Why they fuck, like, yo, y'all don't get it. Y'all don't understand. Like, yo, it is blood. You cannot make a rational, even begin to understand what rational is
in this moment.
But
a nigga that is walking down the street, dick ain't hard, and is out here looking to rape bitches, like, that's your flip and switch, because you in darkness. You know what I mean? You literally like, what's wrong with this? They not a evil, mean, demented, and you know how we play this game, everything we do in human society, we speak so childishly. We can't talk about nothing intellectually because everybody get offended because it's over their head and all that, so we gotta talk silly and you know the game. But no, dog, a nigga just walking around. Yeah, I'm at this school, you know, like, yeah, I'm fucking little kids. Boys, girls, it don't matter. And consciously saying, oh no, I want it while it's young. I want it while it's small. I want it while it's tighter. I want it while, like, you know what I mean? It's total selfish thing. Like, you know, that's going to please me. Yes. Me taking the pussy from her is going to please me. Like, what about her? What about her?
What about her?
Is that true?
Response,
that's what I mean,
bro.
when the switch is that when your light is on, you understand. Oh, they the same as me. That's right. There we go. We done did all that to say that. They the same as me.
Right.
That's all Jesus was saying is love that neighbor. It's like realize that it ain't just you. Like, that's you.
That's you.
That's you. Like how you feel you, I'm me. They feel like me.
Shit, son.
So imagine if you do me and that's a me. That's you. So somebody do that to you is wrong. And we all know that. I mean, it's talked about at length. That's why niggas say doing something. Like, that's what I mean. Concerned. I'm concerned. But the best I'm going to do for you is write the songs for you.
Oh, that's where you get it out.
The best I'm going to do is when I see you, I'm going to tell you. That's foolishness, what you talking about. So, like, and people say, why you do it like that? Because what other way? If I just say it some kind of regular kind, some silly way, it ain't going to even stick in the millions of shit fuckery you hear in a day.
They're going to laugh.
They're going to laugh. They could joke it off or something. But when I hit you with you stupid as fuck. That stick with them. Even on many levels. One, how was he able to say that? And I'm like, I wouldn't even been able to say that in public because I would have felt a way about me. You know what I mean? Like, so many walls is up around niggas that I'm trying to just, you got 16 walls. Right? Like a nigga punching through wood. Like a nigga is doing this shit. Yes. It is kung fu, dog, just like that, where the nigga don't understand that they have the force within them, knowledge and power within them to bust through wood and break through shit. No, dog, you can be way more. But that's what Remy was saying. Why though? I'm like, it's a choice all the time, so that's simple. He was like, I was like, what do you mean? I told you, we could talk, everything in life is real, so we could get into the details and talk about it and bloviate and, just go on and on. Oh, I choose. What you mean?
That's our shit, son.
I could not just as easily. I could stop and never say nothing to another human being about nothing again. It's no difference.
Yep.
I ain't making nothing happen because we out here trying to be positive and all these words and language and uplifting and holistic and healing and all of this language, dog. We know and being clear that is just language fuckery talk. And this universe we created, this universe that we are.
Correction. Very good. Very good. I like that.
Push and pull. And this way, I'm saying this is like with me and him. It's pushing, like he is talking about, like we got on the picture. So let's do that. We ain't gotten into this portrait that we got behind us by Fire Ink. Shout out to Ghost. Ken. Nigga. But this portrait right here, though. I'm like, what is this? So, he...
Because I really have not looked at it.
I
assumed I knew what it was.
Okay, so tell me, what do you...
But I have not looked at it.
I'm just saying, like, just saying what you think it is.
I have... Man... Man, this is God, man. This is the universe. This is... Oh shit! What does that say? What does that?
Nose T ipsum.
That's you. My nigga just sneezed, y'all. No. What?
No, that's up.
Okay.
This is the picture I asked him when I what is it, consignment. Consigned him to do this portrait for me. A picture of the self.
That's gonna hurt at the tattoo though.
The self.
Oh, that is
I
so
can use this
good.
portrait and express the self, cosmology, religion, belief, whatever, the languages, all the actions of the self for this is the self. The self.
Go ahead and see one of them Johnson's happy. What's that joint called?
Protractor.
Protractor, yeah. Ah!
So even that you point that out, son, that's how amazing it is. That is the tool for creation. And you point that you point straight to, like, that is the tool for creation when describing it.
I'm ill, son.
Yes, indeed. But that's what I'm saying. It can't not be. Like, we think it cannot be. No, it always is what it is. We just feeling separate, be like, no, it's something else.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But this is an expression of the self. That the self is just imagining.
Mm-hmm.
What am I? Who am I? And the reality of that manifestation is duality. There was two possibilities in the self. But the fact is that to give birth to flower, right? This is the imagination blossoming. The self, the realization of self blossoming into that duality of the male and the female. I love how he did it, that the big head, the God, the imaginative visual is the darkness, right? What is the darkness. But the beings is light. They white. Light beings, right? They can't, what is being seen, what is being observed, what is being observed is the light, which give birth to the tree of life, right? And then all of the things from this tree of life is the fruit. So we understand, everybody should get that analogy. So, and the person is saying biting off the tree, eating from the tree of life. That's you taking advantage of yourself.
Of you, yep. Yep.
That is what that analogy is you taking advantage. You not being yourself, you taking advantage of it. You seeing yourself in something else and saying, yeah, I can take advantage of that. Mm-hmm. Ooh, she look good. I'ma fuck this shit out of her. Ooh, and then the pussy, glorious. Are you shitting me? Glorious.
See, that's the thing that that hinders us, right? Because niggas are so less traveled, right? In their imagination, they have created this place about what pussy is supposed to feel like. Or feels like, or how they are to react, and it's lame.
Yeah,
it's such a cop out. Like, we really short, and I'm not talking about jump offs. Jump offs supposed to happen in order for love to exist and be. Like, I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about the thing that we learn, or I learned about me. I didn't learn from me. I learned from the women in my life about me. Or they made me see that shit. So I addressed it. Us, having us. You know what I mean? Immediately, like, you stupid. Hold on, cause like, my shit be so with the ladies, cause I was very arrogant. I was just, and the whole fat kid to the kid at TJ, you know what I mean? Like, people don't understand, like, that transition was just a summer. Only you. for real. And anybody else that went to Henderson knew like 8th grade versus 9th grade. Then when you see me when I was in the 10th grade, and you was 9th grade, you was like, who the fuck are you? Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, but that was new for me coming to TJ as a freshman. Like, I'm just learning my body.
Whole new experience.
It's a whole new fucking experience. C Hall in the 9th grade is not C Hall. Like, so how I'm being perceived and accepted, and I'm just going with it. Because I don't know me yet. This is so weird to me. To have the attention and the girls and the shit, like, bro, like, to be as tall as I was, you know what I mean? Like, bro, last time I was 5'6".
Yeah.
Now I'm 6'1". And that's the shit like, well, ball. Niggas, everybody wanted me to ball. And I'm like, yo, I ain't know how to tell the niggas. Like, how do you tell people, hey, yo, I just got this body, like, over the summer, playing tennis.
Right.
But that's why it was so easy for me to stay true to tennis. Like, nah, I gotta figure this out. Like, you got me here. So I'm gonna keep playing tennis and try to figure myself. Bro, I ain't figure myself out for real till like my junior year, dog. Till I got comfortable with being 6 foot something.
That's crazy. I can't imagine. Obviously, you see, I can't imagine that. Because I ain't going.
Bro, it was the worst. My freshman year.
In 20 years.
Mentally, it was the worst shit in the world. It's just like I said, at TJ, like I felt comfortable for some reason. Like, I felt comfortable with my insanity. Like, I felt comfortable with all the shit I had going on. Like, I just felt like my first incoming class is Doug and Floyd. And it's over. I start learning. But not about me. Like, I'm learning the West End. I'm learning, shut, it's fucking bananas. But on the inside, I am struggling. Struggling, bro. Because just last year, I was 5 foot something, and I was...
Yeah, that's a drastic change. And once again, that's a different treatment. Like you say, I've never thought about that like that.
Bro.
That's the world treats you different.
The world.
Like, what you might have even developed as what you see the world as or how people is different. Because now you look different and they're different. People is responding to you different. You like, what? So y'all do know how to treat people with this or don't? You ain't always cracking on earth. You know, like just whatever you know what I mean?
I never could trust it because I'm still a fat kid.
Right. I know y'all don't do that. I know y'all would be that to that person. Come and they go to chaos. But now, and see, there you go. We touching on the concern, dog. I'm not having no internal struggle. That's why I have more time to develop my concern.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's real.
You are developing your internal self.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the perfect. That's
right now. I'm the fat kid. It's not like right now. I can go to that. Like now, it's you, us. We have. But bro, it's sure, like old girl when my Uber passed.
Right, yeah, right.
I told you, so that she looked. It was a look that fucked your boy up. I went back to the bank. Shorty, like it.
And this is what everything go back to, and that's what I'm saying, dog.
Sure.
This is what I'm like.
It's crazy.
You say a phrase, right? We heard, we say it, but you say it, right? And I be asking you, so this is the other, like, human being having a spiritual experience, right? Mm-hmm. I want to speak, discuss that in a way, meaning Justin. No, Amir.
Amir. Yes.
Apology. Amir brought
Amir.
up something right the other day when he was on the pod that reminded me of a very profound experience. Right? Like you said, us coming from church and indoctrination, you know, of being Baptist. That's a specific thing. Not just being Christian, but being Baptist Christian, right? And all of that, what that entail. Right? That is in your heart. It is about reality. Right? Even though they're telling you believe it, which make you have the connotation of false in it. That's what the biggest mistake that Christians make with that. I mean, with that people of faith have. They call themselves people of faith. They call themselves people of faith. Right there, you initiating doubt in your own constituents. By even calling it faith and calling it belief. Because that's implying that it's not necessarily the truth.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to believe it or have faith in it. That's simple. That's not even a big thing, right? But being a believer, you know what I mean? I never was a believer. Like that's the one thing I knew the whole time. Whatever I was in church, whatever I'm doing, it's real. If I'm doing it, it's real to me. I'm not gonna say I believe in this and have no caveat in it. If I'm saying it's real, then it's real.
So yeah, bro, we are unpacking it because you with the spiritual being having human experience.
Mm-hmm.
That was the start of me not being afraid to die. That was you started that.
Okay.
So whether I believe that or not even believe it, because I did. I didn't understand it.
Okay.
What you were saying.
Mm-hmm.
As far as the spiritual behind the human experience. I couldn't, like if I had to go talk to somebody else about it, I would be dumbfounded. You know what I mean? Like I didn't have the ingredients. I just had a finished product.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? But what that did, like I said, was allow me to subside the fear. The false evidence appearing real.
Right. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it gave me something that I could wrap my arms around.
Right.
Right? And learn about and Google and get with you and, see exactly and just live.
Right. Freedom. A sense of freedom. A little freedom.
And
Just a little
able
freedom.
to take some of these shit that I had compartmentalized and put in boxes and threw away because I was scared because I didn't want to go to hell.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, what's this? What's in this box? Because that fear is false.
Right.
Evidence appearing real.
Right.
So how do we tackle that? You got to get the box, Seahawk. You got to go get them jumps.
Yeah. Ain't have no hidden ones or nothing.
You know what I mean? So that's what that was for me. Because I didn't always say that. I didn't when we years ago. I was scared of shit. Oh, I wanted to fight God, the whole shit. Like, yeah, I want to fuck this nigga up. Because what? You know what I mean? Like,
this
and
idea,
the fact
this
that you
concept.
felt the same way was the beginning of this. You know what I mean? Like, what? Like, hold on, you said what? Like, yeah, man, fuck it. Like, this is how I feel. So, but yeah, bro, like, that's crazy, yo. Like, that statement, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
A spiritual being having a human experience, y'all. Like I said, is the foundation for me. Sit right here, right now, and be chilling, like. And whatever happens, whatever comes, like, I used to try to stop thoughts from coming.
Okay.
Whatever I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
But that was my thought that I could do.
Right. I don't want to think about that.
And like I said, with every other nigga I know, I can get away with that.
Yeah, it's mad shit niggas don't even want to think about, don't discuss it, don't speak on it.
Even if it ain't everything. Like, cause certain niggas we get with,
Like I
I
said,
get with,
everybody
you know what I mean?
goddamn,
You know what I mean? Niggas get with me on shit.
get
Like, I'm
that-
like, what? You
get
know
that
what I
shit.
mean? But like, you like nothing. I can't get away with nothing with my nigga, like my best friend. Like, so what am I doing?
Right.
What am I doing? Like, I gotta. And then I'm looking at you like, yo, that's ill that you could do that. Like, you just remove feelings. And whatever it is, you address it.
Son, and us as beings is something I devalue. I have just realized this, that I devalue the actual beings that we are.
Mhm.
Meaning, like I said, you know, I'm, as we call it, higher thinking. You know what I mean? Thinking higher, but that's just the language, right? Thinking out spiritually, unseen. I stay focused on the unseen, right? That I do not value the seen, because that is still information. That is still half of the information. And I have somehow been overlooking that to a large degree. Like, I don't, not think about, I mean in a specific way, meaning, son, I think about who we are, like, as human beings, our place on the earth, but I mean that the actual, like, we're not natural beings. As they say, like, they have breeded animals, and they have breeded, like, physically. We're not natural beings. We have been bred. And I don't pay that attention to whatever degree. So the thing that I'm speaking about that's detached from us socially detached from us, right? Like the Adam and Eve and all that shit, right? Have we ever discussed the Anunnaki? Right? So what do you know? Like what? So we don't go into what do you know knowledge of just who they are, what was done, like what they did.
You talking about niggas in the Middle Earth, right?
No.
Okay, so no.
Okay, so right. The Anunnaki, and like I said, y'all always understand we is just using general language, and we be specific. That's why I'm saying what I'm right now about getting into the language and all that. We could speak way more about a deeper breakdown into these things, but we just speaking generally about them. So the story of the Bible, as it today, just cliff notes of the whole shit, is a broken down version of tablets from Sumeria, which is the oldest tablets of all the shit that they got, emerald tablets, all of the ancient writings that have been found. The Sumerian tablets is the oldest tablets. Okay. Right? So in their tablets, they speak of a race of people that they call the Anunnaki, the ones from heaven who came to earth. They Anu mean the heaven to them, and Ki was their word for earth. They live on Ki, like we would say earth. They just sat up on Ki. So they Anunnaki, the people from heaven who came to earth. They this we call the sky. That's what they call heaven. So like how church turned the Bible saying, you know, you can go to heaven when you die. This really isn't like you gonna go with the Anunnaki. You know, they talking about God. When they are talking about God, they are talking about the Anunnaki, these aliens that came here. This is what these tablets are saying. Okay. These people came here, genetically modified what we would call Homo erectus, genetically modified them and created the human race. And in this place where they did this is the Garden of Eden, where they had these people.
Okay.
And put these people, you know what I mean, this race that they're creating, they are, you know, and then the whole story, why they're here. They're here to mine gold for their planet because their ozone layer on their planet is they losing their ozone layer. They need to put gold into the atmosphere like what we put on satellites and shit. Gold has high reflective qualities, to keep it simple, right? So they creating this race of people here. Well, they had a race of people they brought with them to be the slaves that uprose against them, and they had to kill them, but a bunch of them got killed, you know, and all that. So they had to eventually, you know, came with that to create a race of people, which they spliced and made it from the, like just say they made it from the clay. Like in the Bible, they made it from the clay. The creatures of the earth would be the clay. They create and they made them in our image. We look like these beings. You know, our DNA is a mix between these primates and these primates and their DNA, which created us. And then through that process of them doing this is how the white race came being, and they separated, and you know, and that's with the royal bloodlines and all of that. All of that is from that Noah. And is God is Inky is one of the brothers that's, you know, like, no, y'all build the ark because the shit is about to matter, it's gonna get flooded. You know, they understand with that nature, whatever the case may be. We not getting into the details of the story. We talking about just this premise.
Okay.
Right? Because I don't get into the truth. I'm not there. Like, why would I think I know what happened? And think another nigga that I didn't know what happened because he, like, I can hear you. I hear the story. I hear what you're saying. And I'm going to run it. You know how I can do. I'm going to run it like it's all 1,000. I'm going to run my heart through it like it's 1,000% true. I'm going to go all the way there. It's truth. They be like, but no, I don't know. Like, I can do that. Like, I don't believe nothing. No. Right? But in this reality, dog, that's a serious thing. Like, that's simple. Meaning to say, if Christians is even just saying the strength and the belief that they got behind this, if it were to be true that it is that, all of what we said in the basement is fuck them niggas. That is a thing that I had to realize, like, not just when I heard the story and just how powerful it was for me to just even get a concept, just an idea of something that is not Christian, you know, just not to break that hold that it had on me. Like, what else is possible? If I can't think of nothing else is possible, how can I not tell them that what they saying is possible if I don't know nothing else? You know, that confusion of not knowing, right? But just another concept. But the idea now, bringing it around to the idea would be like, nah. If that is the niggas that we are talking about,
if that's real,
then it's fuck them niggas. Like, if they were to return or whatever the case may be, if that were to be a reality, I'm like, no, dog. So in the reality of my life, like they say, Americans, Caucasian men, who now call themselves Americans, enslaved my race. And created my race. Like, now I ain't say enslaved my race, but they created my race.
Okay,
right?
Okay.
Specifically, that is exactly what they did. Is mixed genetics when you rape somebody of another race. Right? That's a fact. That you is mixing genetics. So, these people is creating a race. We understand what they doing socially, psychologically. We understand what these people is actually doing. That don't have nothing to do with like people that's concerned with where we from or are we natural people from here and all of that. Let's address all of that. Nothing supersede though if we don't address, because that's all I'm saying to everybody. If we don't never address our concept of experience, what you do in your experience is irrelevant. Because if you live your entire life in a dream, like a nigga that go to jail for 20 years and then come out and live his life like he's still in jail. That's ridiculous. He still don't leave his room. He still get people to bring his food. He still like, nah, I don't want to go out. And he just live his life like he in prison for 40 more years after he get out of prison. We would say that nigga's ridiculous. But we doing it every day. And whatever you call yourself in this country, Black, African American, Moor, I don't care, indigenous, diaspora, you still taking it on the chin on purpose, and I'm not understanding the value of it. I don't understand in my own self, like, and I'm relating to this is how like that life is so beyond any little silly shit that I could bring up and talk about. Is that if I was to talk to you, any human being, and they know at any length, if I was to talk to any human being, they could name 5 things as to why I'm full of shit. Because they were like, why you still live in America then? Why you still ain't rich then? Why you still like? If you understand all these things, if you so knowledgeable, if you can, if your conscience is so like, why do I still live here? I don't know.
Because I'm just like you.
I can say without a question, like, I'm not saying this to you to say I'm not it. I'm telling you that the it that we talking about ain't really us. We just experiencing being it. We experiencing being ridiculous. I'm
about to say, Shawty, we all crazy.
We experiencing the bit like we.
But yours just makes more sense to me. You know what I mean? That's it. Because ain't no doubt in my mind you fucking crazy.
But son.
But Shawty, your crazy makes sense. I don't even know if you can say that, but not even makes sense. It's a better, I can wrap my arms around. Like, that's my shit. Like, so like, I can wrap my arms around your shit.
That's what I'm saying.
Our shit. Like,
the same.
It's true
I'm
or not.
watching what you're doing. I'm not even doing it. And I'm like, but that a nigga, like, he's doing it. So that mean I got it. Like, I know that.
It's
I can sit here and say, no, I'm saying it's me.
Right.
I'm saying it is me.
Right.
I'm saying I can sit here and say, I know for a fact there is no question. It's not no thoughts. It's not no idea that I have. It's not even Redder's thing. It's me. Like, you cannot tell me right now how you not me.
Oh, yeah. I told you that's my shit. When niggas walk up to me, you're not a person. Like, you're not a nigga. Like, you're not a bitch. You're not a hoe. You're not a scrub. You ain't a lame. You ain't a simp. Like, you ain't all the shit. I could like, you're not.
None of that.
You me. So if I'm calling you that, right? This is.
And I'm saying that is so ridiculous to niggas.
Mm-hmm.
Being that I remember that being ridiculous to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I know how not far away I was. So if that was ridiculous to me, that's to say if we was right here and this niggas, because we saying the niggas with the lights off, ain't nowhere near the light. That's what the analogy is. To say we walking towards the light. And some nigga saying, what light?
Look, we finding out now we shouldn't go to the light, right? Now niggas is like, what light? Huh? You mean what light? Huh? So you just, like, what you doing? That's your shit. Niggas is just doing, bro.
But no, what do you mean by not going to the light?
There is no light. It's dark.
No, I'm saying in the analogy of the light. That's what I'm saying. In the experience
how I was
of
taught
the light.
Was like the light is where you want to go. Like, that's heaven. That's your final place. Is
right, but I'm saying
somewhere.
they fucking up the analogy where we would say don't go to the light.
Mm.
I'm saying now that the analogy is right and church and shit is fucking up all the analogies. I'm saying what it's really saying, meaning from the Sumerian shit, in that perspective, and not the God of all creation and shit is doing this, and this is why you doing this, and this is the goal for doing this, and what Jesus is telling you in reference to this. This
is fuck religion is.
But I'm saying the story, right? So I'm saying in the story, if I take religion out, if I take church out of it, if I take the Bap, like the Bap, all these connotations away from it, and now look at the story as what this story is saying. Not all you gotta feel this way about it and think, when you hear this, think this, and niggas rising from the dead, and all, take all of that away from it and take, no, what did this story is saying? The story is saying that niggas from somewhere else, so that's I don't care where you from, what you can do, you still a nigga. You is a person, because in our language, nigga just mean a person. Don't tell me I gotta say a person because me saying another word offend you. Stop with this silliness. So some nigga from another place come here and create what we call our experience of life. One, that's a super powerful thing. Fuck, more than the creator of all existence came and did it. You telling me I'm literally living here on this earth by another nigga like me? That's basically what you're saying. Fuck his ability. He is a conscious being. And he created me as a conscious being. So it get rid of all of the mysticism of no, I'm actually here present on this earth. By choice. By someone's choice. Like a nigga, my daddy. Like I hold my daddy responsible. In my conscience, that nigga's responsible. Because you did that. So you did that, you responsible. So, okay. I got you. And through this time, this nigga has got him and his people. And it's not a individual person. This is a group of people. They got lineage. And that's why y'all talking about that all throughout this Bible. That's why all of this lineage is here on my whole life of church. What is all of this about? Then that make all that clear to me. Because y'all making clear. No, these is the niggas. This is what we doing. This is who we put in charge. This is who we is telling you ain't shit. This who we telling you we is uplifting. That's where y'all getting this from. So when you say a nigga came to you and God came, and they saying God walked with niggas and did shit. I get it. Okay. Got it. Clearly. And then a nigga come along. Because the whole Old Testament is just wars, and God is telling niggas, kill niggas and go, you want this broad right here? Kill them niggas and you can get her and then y'all can combine. This is a conqueror. So to suggest to me that this person is an alien that came from, and you talking about giants and Nephilim and Elohim, and you talking about all this wild shit, and when I ask grandma, she don't know what the fuck. Pastor don't know what the fuck is going on. But no, this real. But that ain't coinciding with everything else you telling me is real about life. But now somebody come along and tell me, they're like, no, this is this. Okay. And then a nigga come along named Jesus Christ that y'all trying to tell me that is just a nigga that come along and say, that God, what you talking about, meaning a being that can do more than you, is not God. That what created you, that which by way you exist, is God. And when you see me, you see that. Meaning that by my presence, I am. Not because a nigga made me, I don't care that he made me or nothing like that. That's like your parents. That's not no phenomenal knowledge. But back then, think about in these cultures back then, parents felt like they owned their kids. So this not no high for this is saying. Because you give birth to your children, they don't belong to you. Because you got life at your access don't mean it's yours to do what you want. Because it's gold here on the land where you happen to be born at. So yeah, the gold mine. What? Whose? Which one of you? Because you ain't here by yourself. I found it. What? And we do that. I'm talking about when they say isolate in the moment. That's what I mean when I say in the moment. That it is no thought outside of myself. It's no consideration outside of I. My nigga don't live like that. Because niggas can see, it shouldn't take long for a human being, you would think, because I've been a human being, to recognize, oh no, that ain't gonna work. That's why niggas get killed. That's how people get hit by cars. That's how, like, not paying attention, how did shit fall on your head off a bit, because you just walking around the street with headphones on, like, you disrespecting the shit out of life to walk around the street with headphones on and shit. Like, that's disrespectful as a motherfucker. Like, so,
where did you catch me out at, son? Where was we at? You caught me somewhere, son. I had my headphones on getting it in, cuz.
No, really? I don't even remember that.
I think he was going to the studio one day. And you was behind.
Oh, okay. I do think I remember that now. But how many times have I told you that? Son, I could do shit, say shit. That's what we saying right now.
So,
niggas be thinking because I'm saying some shit is like I'm not talking about myself.
That's
like
crazy.
that I'm saying it mean I don't do it.
That's crazy.
No. I'm telling you, I got the channel open. So I can tell a nigga everything, and it's for the goodness of the experience of the universe and itself. In the individual that just turn it on, anywhere they at. In the individual, whether it's being recorded, not exploited, not generating money, not nothing.
Mm-hmm.
We got the faucet on. We done had the faucet on. We now just choosing to put the faucet on record. So the nigga can see, oh, you can turn the faucet on. But if a nigga hear that and see anything we saying and think it ain't two of the dumbest niggas in the world sitting right here, what the fuck are you talking about? Because at the exact same time as I'm sitting here saying, no, this is, nigga, could not be more could not be more whatever. Son, I wish I had some money so that I could I could go get on the cruise right now, son. And I can't do that. I want to be somewhere that's not Richmond, Virginia, so bad right now. And for some reason, that seem to be out of my control. I cannot get out of this place. No matter what I understand, no matter what I know, I've been here 48 years and I have not been outside of Richmond, Virginia more than 2 years in my entire life. That don't make sense to me. Not to anybody, whoever. Everybody, the experience is what they doing. I'm saying for me, who I know I am, who I would say I want to be, who I would have told niggas if niggas had my footage of everything I said in high school about who I'm going to be, what I'm going to do, where I'm going to go, how it's going to go down. And I sit and look, I'm like, who is doing this? Niggas say the bus driver. Who is the bus driver of this?
Who's driving this bus?
Who is driving this bus? Because I'm in the back of the bus cussing this nigga out. But cannot get this nigga from behind the wheel. Cannot get this nigga from behind the wheel, son. I cannot get this nigga from behind the wheel, dog. And it seemed crazy to me. It seemed like an alternate universe. I don't get it. Every time I think I might think. I think that's what it is. Every time I think I might understand, it be like, let's get it. Let's pull the rug right. Because I obviously don't know shit. At the same time, don't know shit. Can't know shit.
I ain't claiming to know shit. I'm just saying.
That's what I mean. I don't know.
I can hold on to this, right? Not looking to be proven or to let go, right? Not looking to let go. But I would.
Meaning, what you saying? Let go and
Like if whatever I'm holding on to is not working,
mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? Like with that, like I said, like what you told me about the whole death. Let's say I didn't get that, right? And it was still, then I'm gonna keep finding and looking and searching. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna keep spiritual being on the having human spirit until I find. You know what I mean? Like, but like I said, that's
no. And there we go. I want to stop. I have stopped. No. Yeah. I have stopped. Because if I had not, I could not be where I am. I have went right. I have went somewhere wrong. I have went off the path. I have went off the path.
Jesus?
If I was ever on the path, like whatever it is, like I said, I don't claim to even have a clue. I am saying I don't know. Let me be clear. I don't know. I'm saying whatever is happening, it is being wasted on me, as far as I can tell. Like in any way, you know, like if it's a lesson to be learned, not getting it. If it's a experience to be had, okay, I'm having it. Right? So, if it just ain't no point, it just seems silly to me, right? If it ain't no point. If it ain't no point, that's all I can think of. If I take away the reason, I'm a foul nigga. Like, if I take away whatever I'm holding up, son, I know it. Like, it's not if I take it down, if I put it down, if I lay it to the side, if I say, that's wrong, or, yeah, I don't need this. I see that as a foul nigga, what I know I'm going to do. I see that as foul. So I don't understand how I'm going to do it if I say that when I can say I know that's foul. That's wild to me that can be. Like that, not myself. That it could be me looking at me like, that's silly to me. That's I can't do that. I don't want to do that. That seemed, and that's what it seemed like, that's what it is. Life just seemed like I'm looking in the mirror arguing myself, and that seemed ridiculous to me. And I know, right? I know if I'm sitting at the mirror for long, I'm gonna break the mirror. Like for a minute, I'm gonna sit there and look in the mirror. I'm gonna do all of the analysis. I'm gonna talk to the nigga. I'm gonna do all of that in the mirror for a while. But I know eventually I'm gonna break the mirror. This nigga, fuck this bullshit. Like about, it's fuck this. It's fuck this. Yeah, I don't want to be. I'm not into being. That's the simple way to explain. At this point in time, I'm not into being. And I imagine that on the grandest scale, that's what's taking place. All of this is the self trying to reconcile being. That's what all of this has been to say. What I got on, like.
And I ain't doing that.
Right. But it got to be done. I'm saying it's happening at the same time.
live vicariously through you.
Half of the world is just the expression. That's the expression. It's the push and the pull, son. That's all the yin and the yang. That's what we was that until he was like, what is the yin? And I'm like, son, it's not good and bad and light and dark and all of this. It's push and pull. Give and take. That's
all it is.
Sometimes I can ignore everything and just be. And sometimes I realize I am.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just it. Sometimes I can just be. And sometimes I realize I am.
Yeah, that's right.
And the I am. The I am is a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the side. That's the light. That's the idea.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what I need to hear. Just like, no, that's nothing. It's just an idea. It's just a thought. But that's the thing. Right now, I feel it. I feel it, son. I feel it. They're taking it from up, but it's a reality. I wanted to say it like her. Like I was saying, it's just an idea. No, it's a reality. No, right. But it's not. But like, sir, that's what I can't. That is my older shit. I can't not think about it.
Mm-hmm.
I can't not. Because that's the niggas. That's cutting the switch off. Not thinking about it is cutting the light off. And that is what we know shouldn't be done. That's what I'm saying. Experience, life, existence in every way is telling you that's not it.
Mm-hmm.
Cut the light off.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, cut the light on.
Yes.
Leave the lights on. But in reality, like you said, that's the language, is leave the light on. In reality, cut the lights off. Stop that thinking. Stop that getting lost in your imagination. Stop that. You are darkness and be that, right? Then it go to the physical. I am a slave, and that can't be overlooked like the light. Now we in the physical. That is the light, and I got to be in that light with that light on. Oh no, I am enslaved. I can't just be moving around like I'm not like I'm out of slavery already. And that is what I've been doing for 30 years. I'm in slavery on the plantation. Just being a rebel.
On the plantation.
That's all I'm doing. Even though I'm perceiving it something else. No, nigga. You is just on the plantation bucking.
Yeah.
But you ain't left the plantation yet.
Yeah.
You just won't act right on the plantation. You just won't do what massa telling you to do. You talking shit. You telling other slave niggas, hey, you know, that's some bullshit. Don't do that shit for that nigga, man. That's all I'm doing on the plantation, son. Is I'm running around the plantation, throwing monkey wrenches, attempting to throw monkey wrenches in master organization.
I'm handing them to you. What the fuck you talking about? Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. And that's to say back to the story now. That's what I'm watching niggas do. That's what I'm seeing every day. And then the niggas tell me that that's the story. Okay. Now that makes, just to say that line of thinking, that lineage. Like, yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. That make all the sense now because that is the same structure. That's the same power structure. That's the same psychological structure. That's the same mentality. That's the same thing they pumping. I'm saying if I break I'm saying this actual story is what millions and millions of niggas is pumping.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The powers that be. Aliens, I don't know. Niggas all over this motherfucker is seeing shit, talking about shit, just personal experiences. Nope, I don't know what you talking about.
Niggas is like me. Me is telling me. Me is telling me.
I seen shit.
I seen shit.
I done been places.
And me is responding to me saying, no. You haven't.
No. You can't be real because I was told something different. I'm saying literally in humanity right now, it is literally human beings across the globe, all nations. Because I was told something different. Because no one, not a single human being on earth can tell you no different. If you can tell me what you know about any of this other than what you was told, that's a whole different subject. Because then that make all of it reality. And then it make it clear that it's a lie. But if you are not a part of said conspiracy, the best that you know is that you don't know if none of this shit is true. Because you ain't seen shit. You don't know who built no pyramids. You don't know who didn't build no pyramids. You don't know who did splice your DNA, didn't. When they say God came and claimed, you don't know who that is. That a nigga told you, yeah, now that's a created universe. You don't know that. You don't know who that nigga is talking about. That we as human beings, I'm saying right now as human beings, can't be that intelligent on Earth. Meaning it's not allowed. For like regular niggas should be like, we don't know who the fuck they talking about in the Bible. We don't know who the fuck they talking about in the Quran. We don't know who the fuck they talking about. Yet we have niggas everywhere. I'm saying niggas that just go to church. They get on internet. I mean everywhere. And God said this, and God wants this, and God said this, and the angels came and they did this, and niggas is speaking with a level of authority like, no, I heard this, so it's true. No, the guy showed me, so he told me, I seen this, I studied this, I read some books. Please, excuse me, please rewind the tape.
You just said
what book was not written by a human being?
But you read it.
You read it. That's an arrogance. That because you read something mean you understand what it was.
Exactly. That's exactly
mean. Like all of these assumptions that just compile themselves. They just keep, assumptions, imagination. They just keep compiling on top of itself. So I say, this is the word. That's
sheep on top of sheep.
This is where I'm living at. That is where I live at. Not this imaginary place that y'all was talking about where the creator of all things has got us here in this test. That's what y'all saying. Is that this is a test. And y'all got niggas living their life believing that it's a test. That it's a challenge.
For shits and good.
Let's see if you can be good. If you're not, we're going to punish you forever. Think about that idea, sir. And it is said now, and I'm a clear, like, do you understand how all the things, like we saying shit that is offensive or what is it, cancel culture, and how we not canceling religion? Niggas is telling you, hey, if you don't do this shit right here, you can get punished forever.
They say eternity.
You can't, y'all beefing over niggas calling hers and him. And son, niggas is damning niggas, son. Damning niggas. It's cool to damn niggas.
You going there.
That's what I'm saying. God, I've been living in that reality. Why niggas say, why I go hard? I am saying I ain't live in a place where niggas damn niggas. But tell you, don't call them a faggot. Don't call her a bitch. Don't, like, what the fuck are we talking about with this childish shit? What do we, words? Niggas making up words, and then the nigga telling you a word is evil. Don't say it. So you mean to tell me that a white man can't look at me and say, hey, boy? And you mean to tell me that it's different than if he'd have said nigga? That's what niggas, that's what they saying. And I'm not going to never be this silly, because that's childish to me. That a nigga, like, hey, boy, you got the whip in your hand, the horse, and everything. But he didn't say nigga, so it is a lesser disrespect, intent, whatever he about to do.
It's acceptable.
I'm going to string this boy up right here for the whole community to see. I'm going to cut this boy nuts off. You telling me because he's saying boy, he being less disrespectful? Mm-hmm. See, I'm not going to deal with, like you said, I'm not going to even acknowledge that. Because if y'all cannot acknowledge the light, if y'all cannot acknowledge the darkness, whatever way we want to flip this analogy, if y'all cannot acknowledge the half I'm on at whatever given time, I can make my presence known. Because that's what it is a push and a pull. Mm-hmm. I can pull you towards me, or I can push you away from me. It ain't nothing else.
That's real, bro.
The picture right here. Some apples stay in the tree the whole time. You come along and you pick the apples out the tree. Some apples fall off the tree early, and as soon as they detach from the tree, they begin dying. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. As soon as you detach from your mama umbilical cord, you began dying.
Yep.
You got all the child you gonna get, all all of the, however that process work, however that, all right.
But and they don't even realize that's why they get the pussy so much. They trying to get the recharge, right?
Son, I'm trying to tell you, niggas don't understand
the battery quicker. Doing.
And it's cool. I'm saying it's all good. I'm saying, son, I'm not mad at none of it. Like, if you fall off the tree, you gonna die, right? We not mad. We not mad at that.
No.
Son, we not saying, no, it shouldn't be no rotten apples. But we talk about human rotten apples like they shouldn't exist. I know I lived my whole life with a disdain for rotten apples. And then I recognize, like, that's all that is. Is that trend? Is that, it's a perspective that they promoting. Be self-righteous. And it's a trick. It's all a trick. You are meant to be subservient. You was meant to be subservient. And that you are not subservient. You couldn't be controlled. You could not stop reproducing. You still can't. And don't nobody want to understand. That's what I'm saying. If we look at what's happening, that perspective, this tale, this lineage, this idea, hold a lot of weight. Mm-hmm. Because they created a species that is sexual. Mm-hmm. They needed this for their purposes. Like they do now. The more people they have, because they redid their structure. The gold is not valuable now. I don't need the gold. I can turn this planet into a mall. Mm-hmm. A money generator. This is a business.
Yeah.
Earth is a business. And we don't grasp it. Right? So that's separate from the existential issues that I focus my mind on, the existential reality, which I'm so consumed with. What is being, what is this? What is having control of this body? What significant is this? I got it. What is there to do with it? Whatever I want to do, Just whatever I think of. I got a body. I wake up like, hey, I got a body. I wake up. 13, my dick get hard. Hey, what I can do with this? Where'd this go? What is this about? Oh, no, you put it in girls. Like, word?
How?
You put it in, what do you mean?
Where? What do you mean?
I'm saying the idea that we act like we're supposed to not be that is ridiculous. Because you are what your genetic makeup dictate that you are. We do not confuse why tigers do tiger shit. Because we understand clearly in our mind that that is tiger activity.
Whatever the fuck they do.
Whatever Beavers is doing, that's what Beavers is doing.
Because we can't think about what Beavers is doing. It don't mean we should try to do what Beavers
Do what Beavers doing or fuck with them. We try and stop Beavers from doing shit. We don't let Beavers do Beaver shit. We build dams and Beavers can't build a dam.
Stop. Did you hear?
The squirrels?
Yes!
Son. That's what I'm saying. Son, we so involved, son. That's what I'm saying. We so involved.
Sorry. When I first heard it, right, I'm like, I didn't understand the words that they were using. Contraceptives, squirrels. I dismissed it as her speaking wrong. Just said that wrong.
Okay.
Okay. And then come back around. Or somebody say something to me.
Hit on button, Joe.
You know what I mean?
Pops speak on it.
Might have brought it back. That might have been the second or the third time I heard it. But the first time I heard it was, I read something or, I was reading something on Google or something. I'd be just reading shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I read this shit like, what? I couldn't understand. You know what I mean? You know how you read shit like, is that word too big for me to understand? Like, what the fuck are they saying? Contraceptive? I know what contraceptives are. Like, what? For squirrel? And when Pox broke it down, oh my God, I went off. What?
Yeah.
Are they serious?
Son, think about what we have done to the world, actually, like in reality. Think about our citizenship. Think about how we have thrown off the actual ecosystem of the planet.
Yeah.
We don't consider natural pathways when we build cities. We literally say, it's too many of us. Build something right there. Like, egocentric, like, we didn't just say these niggas created us, though. These niggas took the Bible and then say they created the universe for us. So that's pimping. That is grand wizard pimping. Like, no. We created the universe for you. There is nowhere but here. Nowhere but here. Come on, dog. We should be at a stage in humanity like we can just grab certain concepts, and we so net. We so net. The average person is so basic. Like, we say that, but like, not even with they niggas just being snarky calling them basic. Like, no, niggas is literally talking about like drinking and drugs and shit is like a real thing among human beings. We've been on the earth with narcotics and shit for thousands and millions. Like, what? That shit was here before us. So however the fuck long we've been here, reefer, cocaine, all that shit been here before we got here. And no matter, I'm saying the length of time we've been in contact with it, that we at a point now where it's, oh my God, like we are so juvenile as a point in time. Like this is, when John said the other day, nigga was saying like, this is like the best time in human history of America, recent American history or human history. I'm like, word? That's what you're saying to yourself? That we got all-time high suicides, all-time high opioid crisis, all-time high mass murders, All-time high. I'm talking, I just went there like a quick just shit off the top of my mind. And I'm like, and you feel like this is the best time. That's consciousness, son. Consciousness can compartmentalize. We say we doing it and we take all this power. You ain't nothing. This is what can be done. And you at best, you're utilizing what can be done. But you ain't create what could be done.
Right.
You did not organize yourself, your nature, your being, your nothing. You did not create this. So just like a tiger is a tiger, a lion is a human being. Whatever that may be. Whatever the DNA suggests, the code of your experience, you is in that parameter.
Mm-hmm.
Period. Should you advance, escalate, evolve, you will. You won't be a human then. Because that's what these words mean. The state you are in. Not what is. And we be in these states. And to realize we could be, that we are in that state and just take life from that place. Where a man named Christ come along and say, you know what they're saying, that not this individual man, he not the only one. There's a million Buddhists, there's a million, Buddha, it's a son. In India, son, that's the grow and learn that, son. There's so many niggas in India. You be like, damn, they be acting like Jesus, and niggas is like these one individual amazing people in their lifetime. Like, nah, niggas get up so many documents. It's so many Chinese books of niggas, Lao Tzu, and niggas that did all type. You ain't got to think nonsense. These niggas that took the time, son. These niggas that took the time. They don't want us to read none of that shit here. So I'm just saying, with that idea, again, that concept, keep proving this had to be proven. Like, no, this is a concerted effort of a particular thing that is being done. Never changing, never differently, always about the same goal, always the same motivations, always the same. And it's a nigga just telling you, niggas come and telling you, like, yo, no matter what niggas is doing, if you realize within yourself that they have no power, fight over. And that is all Jesus is telling niggas, huh? Mm-hmm. That's all Buddha is telling niggas. That's all Muhammad and anybody is telling niggas, son. Is that don't nobody got no power over you. Because even you can choose to die. Mm-hmm. Nothing has no power over you. The girl can say, I'm leaving if you don't do the shit. Goodbye. The nigga say, I'm going to kill you if you don't open the combination. Do you? You could have killed me without giving me the ultimatum, pimp. You could have walked in here and killed me. Mm-hmm. So, because you said words. Like, we literally are making life out of words. That's what we don't realize what we're doing. We're literally making life out of words, which is imaginary. Every phrase you say is imaginary. Mm-hmm. And look how I run them up with the niggas love listening to fantasy. Now niggas grade and review fantasy. Think about that, son. Think about a nigga doing an album review. All the times I hate that shit. I don't fuck with nigga shit. Now I feel crazy like, what are you talking about, son? It's a nigga imagination. Mm-hmm. How the fuck his imagination ain't sweet?
Butter.
You can say you don't like it, everything, whatever, that don't even matter. To say that's trash.
Right. You cannot say that.
To say a nigga doing wrong, like to say a nigga doing wrong, where we say, we'll kill a nigga. We gonna give a nigga life, son. You know, like the nigga that killed Nip. They gave the nigga a life sentence. What is that? That sound like incentive to me. You know, like that don't seem like a deterrent. Like you kill somebody, we'll just put you in jail for the rest of your life. It's a nigga that just got out, son. He been in jail for like 39 years. He killed niggas before he went to prison. He killed niggas in prison.
Dang. Get out.
I'm saying he's killed more niggas in prison than he killed before he got locked up.
Damn.
And he's out of prison.
Huh? Hold on. Yeah, because this nigga shit, you do better out there than you.
Son, I'm just saying, what we doing? Like, what is it? What is going on, son?
I know what you're saying. I know what you're
This
saying.
nigga done killed niggas before to go to prison.
And killed more niggas.
Killed more niggas in prison than he killed on the street that he went to prison for.
And they let him out.
And got out of prison. So I'm saying, at no point in time did he get a life sentence.
Damn.
At no point in time, none of these murders he committed did he get a life sentence. But this nigga murdered somebody and get a life sentence. He don't look bothered at all. He don't look... Like, I'm just saying, son, when I just look at just shit, like I said, I ain't talking about none of these individual instances. None of these things. It's what is this? This is just like... Think about it, son. Like a plane. You get in a helicopter, you know, the view from a plane.
Excuse me.
We done been on a plane before, so I ain't gonna actually have you been on a plane before. We've been on a plane before.
Yeah,
son, like, it's just like ants. Like what we think about when we say ants, they not doing nothing. But to us, it's invaluable. Whatever, like a whole ant life, because we don't give a shit. Like, I am attempting to do that in my life now. It's like, don't kill insects.
Ants matter, man.
Like, not on sight. Just, it's a net in here and just smash him up against the window in the car. Just sitting right here right now and just...
CJ we went to exercise the other day and bug in the car. He trying to kill us on the car, right? Grab that nigga like, yo, when you in your mama house, right? You do what you supposed to do according to
what she instructed you.
What she told you to do. And I'm going to support whatever the fuck she told you to do in her house. No matter if I like it, agree with it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to support whatever your mother says in her house. I said, but this is my car, right? And in my car and in my house, like, we ain't killing no bugs, bro. He's looking at me, right? And I'm like, bro, listen, I'm not mad at you. Like, that's... You're your mother's son.
It's just a level of consciousness,
like,
bro.
That's,
you try,
that's,
like,
that's
niggas
fine.
Live
like,
in this culture, everything. That's a culture.
The fact that you listen, like, that showed me that you pay attention to your mother. You listen to her. Like, you smash bugs, just like she do. Like, smash. Like, nothing about life, about nothing, about hold up, about just if you believe anything, reincarnation, just anything, just that bug, that insect, that whatever, that don't got a purpose. And just because you don't know what it is, don't mean you should kill the motherfucker.
Because it's in your sight.
Because it didn't...
Like roaches, there is just like in life. Roaches will multiply, they will bring disease, blah, blah, blah. They need to be killed. Like, you ain't gonna just have a mosquito nest, a beehive in your house. Like, we being intellectual, we being intelligent, right? We saying, I mean, literally, a nigga could see a fly on the window. Oh, the window down. Let the fly out the car. Nigga like, no, I'll roll that bitch up if it's damn
to keep it in here
to kill
to
us.
wait for the nigga to land to kill him.
So, and niggas don't understand what Kendrick is talking about. And the song, his new, I love it, but niggas don't get it. He got a song saying, like, we are all killers, son.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a killer, he's a killer, she's a killer, bitch. He walking zombies, what he saying? Walking zombies, waiting just to scratch that itch. He's saying, we out, son, walking around. Because most niggas are just think he talking about niggas with the guns and all of that. And like, no, son. Your grandma is an assassin. She got flat swatters all around the house. She got goddamn bug spray. I'm talking about set nigga. Fuck these niggas' life.
Right.
Fuck these niggas' life. I'm talking about, son, we young. Nigga, all the TV shows, you want to do all the shit. Pouring gas in the ant joints and set it on fire. Watch them run out the joint. Put the light beam. Get the
from the sun.
Get a magnifying glass and burn their motherfucking ass up. And you out this bitch store. I'm saying that's life though. Like you a child, you do not know. And that's joy. That's fun. You don't mean a lick of harm. So I'm saying. I'm trying to reflect on that to say we know then. We know that it does not matter.
You bringing all the harm.
As a child, we know this life don't matter because as a child, you have no concern for it. You know what I'm saying? You don't have none for your own life.
Right.
As a child, you will kill yourself by the time you 6 or 7. And I'm saying by nature of how we behave, we should not live long. And we are attempting to live longer. Because, again, of these beings that we are praising, whether it is knowingly or not. Son, so right, in all of this, I'm thinking about it. Like I said, he reminded me the other day, I ain't been recently, I got my note, studied everything, right? Mm-hmm. Son, the word worship, that is what church is all about. The word worship means work for. The word worship does not mean praise or hail or revere or hold in high esteem. That is not the etymology of the word worship. The word worship means work for. You in service. Serve God. That is what you are in service. You work for him. You are a slave. That's why you must yield unto your master. You are a slave. That is actually slave text. Like, not what we are calling when we generally call it slave text, meaning, pastor gave it to him. No, that was handed down to him to niggas that had already done it in a grand scale. Like, no. This is how you do that. The beating them and the killing, and doing all that wild shit to them and all that, that's not gonna work. It's just how you gonna enslave them and you killing them? How you gonna enslave them and you maiming them? Who gonna work for you and cut his dick off? Like what? What incentives that you got for them to do it? They gonna get to a point where they kill me, motherfucker. Like you building that in them. Mm-hmm. You have to do psychological warfare if you truly want to enslave them. So that has to be some psychological. So what is the story that they telling you in the Bible? That Adam and Eve is in the garden and they bit of the fruit. The tree of life. And the knowledge of good and evil. Knowledge of yourselves, making these decisions. So y'all fucking. And I told y'all don't do that. I told y'all when to do that, how to do that, when you supposed to do that. Not just when you feel like doing that.
Yep.
You gotta get out of here because you gonna talk to other niggas. You gonna tell other motherfuckers. Y'all niggas in here fucking have some kids and shit. We ain't decide that.
Yeah.
We decide when y'all need to have some new Jones and all that. We are in control of that. That whole language, son, that can't be from a celestial being. Like that whole idea of that my entire life has been like, what the fuck are we talking about? A celestial, like a light being, a conscious being is talking to you about eating shit, fucking, talking to snakes. Like, what are y'all niggas is talking about? Like, don't talk to me crazy like this is real. This bitch talking to snakes. The snake convinced her? What we doing right now? This is either an analogy or it's not. Like, let's be 1,000. But to put the both, see, all my life there it was. All my life it was an analogy or not. Not is both. It's a real story about some niggas that they gave to you as an analogy. The nigga that they calling God is a nigga named Inky. And the nigga they calling the devil is a nigga named Enlil or vice versa, whatever one it is, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And they are just talking to you about two brothers that is going at it, that have differences of opinion about how things need to be done. And they going about this thing in this world. And I care about them and he don't care about them. And he keep giving him chances to do this, but he ain't care. Like, why God ain't killing the devil? Why I can't? Oh, that's my brother. If we think just in these analogies, fuck if it's true, if we just open our consciousness up to these analogies and these icons, are like, oh, dog, I see the universe different. Is that, yeah, even if it's brotherhood, you just talking about brothers, that's still, I understand that camaraderie easily, then I ain't gonna never get a point I'm gonna kill him. I don't care what he do. Unless he actually tries to kill me. Like, yeah, anything he does out here to them or whatever, we gonna, come on, dog, why you doing that to them? It's gonna keep being a discussion, because I'm not gonna never do nothing to him.
But that's why they push the brothers of Cain and Abel versus the brothers of God and the devil.
Once again, it's the same story. I'm saying it's the story, they just flipped it. They just redid it. They like keep flipping this story to make it human to where, now we can't not have them in it because they're gonna come. Like if we just say in a historical present, if we don't have them in it and make it like just Adam and Eve, they're not gonna be pleased when they come back in because that's a total variation. Because in reality, that's what I'm saying. In reality, in that church, in reality, there is other people.
Mm-hmm.
In church, it's no other people. It's these two niggas. I mean, it's the man and the woman. They had 2 kids, 2 boys. So that's the joke about church. They let me know that it's like,
and the world got populated.
Son, they say the first 2 people have 2 boys. One of them kills the other one. She have another kid, and that's a boy.
And then that nigga leave.
I'm like, wait a minute. Then the nigga that killed the other one gets sent away. And then go run up on a bitch.
And start a whole new...
And she take him back to her
spot.
Village.
Her spot. That's already there, established.
And he creates a whole nation.
A whole clan.
So wait a minute.
Talk to me.
I'm saying 3 pages ago.
Fuck out of here.
3 pages ago.
Said in the beginning.
You just told me.
It
was 4 niggas.
4.
And then it was 5 niggas. I'm saying before it was 5 niggas. When he killed his brother and there was still supposedly only 3 people left. They tell him, you got to go. That nigga say, they gonna kill me.
Who they is?
And that nigga say, no, I'm gonna put a mark on you. So that they gonna know. Don't fuck with you. So who is they, son? Who is the they he going to? And who is the nigga? So you saying it's God. But let's keep it 1,000 and we think about it like we said in this real term. That is a nigga that can put his hands on you. That is a nigga that can put a marker like a Brandon. Mm-hmm. That all the people that run, this nigga belong to me. I got this nigga out here. So if a nigga touch this nigga who I got out here to suffer, if you help this nigga, I'm gonna fuck you up. If you touch this nigga, I'm gonna fuck you up. Mm-hmm. That make the whole story of the Bible make any sense compared to the foolishness that they are trying to get you to believe in church. And that they actually use the actual story to misguide you is absolutely
Flawless.
genius.
It's flawless. What?
We saying this is reality. So you're gonna see things that go along this path right here. So we can't make it fantasy.
Every hole that we could provide, they got to look for it.
Yeah. I'm talking about not because they know you can't know. They can say rose from the dead, and they know you can't say you don't know. Like they can tell you. Niggas took him, put him in the junk, rolled him away.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Rolled the stone over there. Niggas came back 3 days later, he was gone.
That's at least.
So in a realistic world, you know, like in reality, it is possible that someone could have came and got him and took him out of there, whatever the case may be. I'm saying in reality, like we done the shit. I'm saying this is a story. This is what they tell us, son. That Jesus was hung on the cross. And this nigga died in hours. You don't die in hours from getting crucified. It takes days to die from being crucified. That's even why the niggas slashed him on the rib, you know, with the joint and slashed his rib so he would bleed faster. Because you not going to bleed out from being crucified. But even with the jump cutting him, you're not going to die in a couple of hours from being crucified. And they tell you that the niggas took him down. And they took him to the jump, his people, like murdering him. And I'm just like, son, they tell you the shit. But they gloss, you know, they put extra shit in it. And then don't allow you in society to discuss it.
Right.
So that's how you double down. You make it ain't even just a story. You make it in society. You can't discuss it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And son, fear is a hell of a tool, and they use it to the best. And I'm saying that's not the creator of the universe. That's a being. So when you put it in that rep, that's a being. They use fear. All of this make absolute perfect sense. Everything said in the jump make absolute perfect sense. Everything y'all suggesting, everything y'all saying, make absolute perfect sense. And why y'all would try to come back and pimp Jesus with it, make perfect sense. Because people gonna change. People gonna evolve in their consciousness. And this only gonna be before a certain period of time that people believe that bullshit in the Old Testament. So that's why there's a need for a New Testament, then a need for a Quran, and then a need for and everybody know I'm the last one. I'm the last one. Ain't nobody coming after me. Everybody trying to get this stamp on it. And all it's just pumping. That shit is hustling. And I'm just saying that the way we at, where people can come on all their platforms all over the world and just wail.
Mm-hmm. Just about the wildest shit, cuz.
And I can appreciate that we not just wailing.
Yeah, yo. I understand. Well, I don't understand how the shit works as far as the lights and what that means and all of that shit, but yo, like, you niggas wildin'. I mean, the fact, like, I never understood, like, before your album come out, a nigga be waiting for your album, right? However long. And right before, like, you do your little press run. They call it a press run. Like, it's you go around and let everybody know your album dropped. Mm-hmm. You go to TV shows and talk shows and daytime shows. And, you know, you're on the radio. All your old songs get played. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean, bro? Like, so, what the fuck?
What you mean? Like you got that? What you mean?
I lost it that fast. I was setting it up perfect. What was we talking about? I feel like Joe Budden for a second. Like,
We just said for the light, like you said, how they setting it up, how they doing all these press runs, like. And then before you said like the lights, I don't get it. I don't know what's right. And you went into it. I was definitely one like, what do you mean? What did you getting? What is it hitting you right now?
damn.
I'm saying that. I'm saying all of the above. I'm saying that is absolutely perfect. I'm saying that every human being know that you could just lose it. That mean you ain't it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean you ain't it.
Mm-hmm.
Like when we say I'm like, no, you can lose it. You can forget. Son, a nigga in a moment can ask you your name and you be like, son,
Okay.
that's
flip off. I mean, what?
like that life is that it is so, when they say fleeting, I never used to understand it. I be like, what is that? What do they mean by that word? Like I hear it on my whole life is fleeting, life is fleeting. Like, son, that shit ain't real. It's not like we saying we remembering and we saying it's going along and we saying time and we talking all about this shit. What we are talking about is not happening.
Hollywood.
No, I'm talking about big, and I'm saying what we think is happening ain't happening. Like what we think it's not. This is not what's happening. Like just to say, like when niggas say life is a hologram. Like I'm saying, expand that man to like whatever the fuck you think life is not. Like it's not a thing. It's not like all I can say about it. It's not real. That's the only thing I can just say. This is not real.
Oh no, I agree with that.
It's happening. Like I know you and niggas say, what you mean it's happening? I'm just saying, slow down if you can, and just this is not real. It's not even happening. You're in a mood. Row your boat gently down the dream. Down the stream. Merrily, life is but a dream.
Mm-hmm.
Row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, life is but a dream. I'm saying just like when I first said it, my mind mixed it and switched it and said the wrong word. Like, something when we say, no, I'm in control. He's the president. No one should be the president. Like, no one should be the president, son. No one should be in charge. Like, in charge shouldn't even be something we talk about. Like kids don't get on the playground and say, who is in charge of the playground? Yet somehow adults grow up and say, who is in charge? Like rules, like law, niggas is saying no. I don't care who was born after me. Because of what happened to me and my life and my experience, I'm going to make rules. And everybody born after that got to apply to these rules. And if they try to break these rules, if they try to circumvent these rules, they deserve to die. They have taken charge of life. And that's to say, like we said with a parent. A parent to say, my children is mine. My child is mine. I brought you in this world. I take you out like type thinking. Like, I can tell you what to do. I have the right to make you. Mm-hmm. Yes, I can instructions in my home, my house, around, I'm your guardian. Yes, you better follow my lead. When I say cross the street, everything. But as a life, like.
As a child,
just like.
I could get that off on
But I mean, in your mind, like, no, you gonna think this way, you gonna move this way. You like that coming right here, right now, because I said so. Right? Yeah, that's you. But no, you don't say what I don't like. You don't do what I don't like. You think how I'm like that. You say you're mine. Like your consciousness belongs to me. I tell you what you can put in your like, son. That's madness. That human beings is that. Your consciousness belongs to me. I'm giving birth to consciousness to do that. There's a time frame where niggas openly say like, no, for my farm, I had this many kids. Or for my, like just for reasons for why I'm having Nick Cannon right now is for whatever reason, just getting bitches pregnant. Mm-hmm. Son, we just decide a lot of shit. You make a lot of decisions and encourage it more and more as time goes on. That's the one thing we encourage it more and more is, make decisions. Do more shit. Think of more shit. Imagine more shit. Think of more shit. Then the nigga think of some shit and they be like, why you went too far? You thought of an atomic bomb. You trying to kill everybody. Nigga, that's part of thinking about more shit. Niggas want to enslave the whole human race. What you doing? Like, nigga, you said think more. That's why I took it. Why you mad? Don't hate the game, hate the player, hate the game. You said think more. This is what I came up with, nigga. You down with thinking or not?
And I be free to be free.
and you know what I'm saying?
Oh no.
Like, son, it's just, son, this is a hell of a experience. That's, all come down. So it's a hell of an experience. This is a hell of an experience. And I appreciate having it with you, though.
My nigga, for sure. For sure.
I mean that.
Yes, sir.
I mean that, man.
Yes, sir, bro. Like, this is crazy.
BANDITVILLE, man. That's what we bought.